everybody. Says I'm live on Facebook. Yay. Thank you for joining me and my spiritual tea talk on Tuesday nights here. I'm a little bit later because we had a family function. So I'm just going to see if we can get, there we go. I see me. On here, let's just turn the volume off so it doesn't bother me. But hello. My name is Kathy. If you don't know me, I'm a tea leaf and tarot reader. I've been reading professionally over 5 years now. As well, I'm a sipology or steep tea consultant selling quality loose leaf teas and wonderful tea accessories. So if you're a tea drinker and you love all of those different flavors and you like to have your mugs and your tea pods and all those cute little things, that infusers that go with it, I'm definitely the girl to hook you up with all of that. So let's begin with our weekly topic, which today we're going to talk about July and August of 2022. So I know I've done a couple polls for different months already this year. It's been quite interesting to see how they have fallen into place for what has actually been going on. So I'm always curious to see the collective and what's going on with the collective as far as what we need to know. So I'm gonna see if you're here. I certainly encourage you to leave me a comment so I know that you're here. I always love having people watch and participate as well. But as I said, we're going to talk about July and August, and I know the glare's there, so we're not getting that too well. All right, so let's start with July. What do we, as a collective, what do we need to know about what's going to be happening in July as we move into halfway through, as amazing as that is, halfway through July, or the year 2022. There's just been, I don't know about everyone else, but there's been a lot of ups and downs. There's been a lot more ups, to be honest, in my life lately, but there has still been a bit of a roller coaster. Quite pleased to be going out more, seeing friends more, doing a lot of activities that we weren't allowed to do a year ago. So quite exciting that 2022 has kind of opened up a new gateway, shall we say, or a new opening for things. So I've got my cards here in case anyone's interested to see. I've got July, August, and I'm just going to mix these up, and I'm going to pull 3 for July first. July, comma, first. And see what we have to say about July. Okay, what's in store? Oh, shield. You'll need to defend yourself. So this is kind of interesting because a lot of us think that we're kind of out of that defend and health scare and feeling like we need to be extra cautious. So I'm just asking my guides whether or not this actually has anything to do with health. And they're saying yes. So I think it's a reminder that things aren't perfect, if that's the right word, or aren't back to that complete normal. So don't feel like everything's gone away or everything's the way it was 2 years ago. We still have a little bit to, and I don't want to use be frightened of, but to be cautious about when we have the shield. So we got to keep our shields up. So, there's nothing wrong with washing our hands correctly. There's nothing wrong with, disinfecting. There's nothing wrong with wearing masks if you so choose or so choose not to. It's just a reminder that all of those little things do help us, even if it helps us mentally and not physically. So I know that I've talked to a bunch of people who are still struggling mentally with everything that's going on. They're not feeling safe, they're not feeling comfortable, they're not feeling like things are, definitely the way they used to be. So it's a reminder that we need to all kind of be gentle on each other and gentle on ourselves. If we're not comfortable with a situation, it doesn't mean that we have to continue on with that situation. We need to find whatever's best for us to get through there. Dealings or relationships with a woman. Interesting. So I'm asking my guides if this is someone political, because mostly where I am here, let me clarify, I'm in the Toronto area, GTA, so most of our political people that are leaders tend to be male. So I'm asking my guides, is this a political person? And I'm getting a no on that. Is it the health? Yeah, I'm feeling like it's the health. So here in Canada, we have a minister. I don't know if that's the right word. And she is female. So I feel like she might still be giving us some, and I'm going to say bad, but maybe cautionary woes as well coming from her about how things are going, with COVID, with the monkeypox are here in Canada too. So it feels like there's still some caution and some, let's be careful around all of that. Oh, but we also have the love come in. So to me, this lily is representing how we should be treating everyone. So as I mentioned earlier, if you wear a mask, that's good. If you don't wear a mask, that's good. If you want to take school online, if you want to take school in person, if you want to order in your food, if you want to go out for food, whatever that is, it's acceptance of other people and that unconditional love, no matter what choices they're making or what they're doing. This is a good reminder that we all have different limits. We all have different ways of processing the same information. We all have things that we're dealing with. So let's just have that compassion and love for each other as we kind of continue through all of this. So if I'm reading this correctly, there might be some other cautions going around, some other hesitation coming from our federal government about, things are not perfect yet. So hopefully anyone that's dealing with this does not take this as a sign to completely retreat. It's still the fact that we need to take baby steps. So it's one step forward and then kind of look around, and then another step forward and let's look around, and another step forward and let's look around, as opposed to just running straight through and thinking that everything is absolutely perfect and everything is fine. There's a little bit of cautionary tale right now in July. All right, let's go on and see what's going on for August. So I've got the deck back again, and I'm going to pull 3 cards and see what Spirit wants us to know about, excuse me, about August. All right. August. Oh, success assured with good plans and hard work. So I like the egg, because the egg is really about new beginnings. So when I see the egg, chicken or the egg, which one came first, right? In this instance, the egg came first, right? So it's a new new beginning, a new chance to do something different, a chance to start all over, a chance to refresh, a chance to, hatch again. So that's what the egg is about. An ant, oh, putting in work. So work, achievement, and success. So it's funny because the egg does talk about success too here. So success assured with good plans and hard work. So whatever that means for you, hard work. The ant is also implying that too. The ants follow each other. They put their head down. They do what they need to do. They don't, question their boss, or they don't, stray far from where they're supposed to be or do. They know what their job is and they do that job. So this is a reminder to kind of, which is different than being a sheep, right? So I know people have been using sheep as a bad connotation for COVID. This is about actually doing the work and doing it correctly and being rewarded for that work. So having that success. It's not about following the herd necessarily, right? So, okay. And then vase. So a secret admirer. So this too, we think about flowers. We think about, flowers obviously going in the vase. We think about someone appreciating us. We think about other people when we see the vase. So if I put all of these for August together, it implies there's a new start. I do feel like some of you are going to have a new start with a love or lover this month too. August is a good. This is a good indication that there might be something new coming in for you, but it also indicates that there might be some work. So hopefully most of you have been in a relationship long enough to realize that it's not all smooth sailing. There usually is some sort of compromise or some sort of work involved. And I think that's what the ant is reminding us, that we all have to do our due diligence. We all have to put in the effort and make certain choices if we want to have a successful relationship. So, and I'm not talking about compromise to the point that you're always losing, but compromise to the point where you both feel like you're benefiting from this relationship too. So, so August looks good for a lot of new beginnings, new relationships, success with those relationships as well, and everybody kind of coming together in the fact that this love that I was talking about in July kind of coming together for all of us to be able to spread a little bit further than just our family. Let's make sure that we spread that to our community, to maybe even people we don't know, and that's how we make the world a little bit better, is by actually that acceptance, that love, that peace that we offer to everyone as we go along. So, all right, there we go. That's our reading for July and our reading for August. So I'm excited to hear if anyone finds some new love in August. I certainly love to hear about that. And in July, we'll wait and see if there's some news coming from the public safety again. So, all right. I'll remind you, of course, what I do. If you've held on for this long, I have a 30 or 60 minute tea leaf readings that I provide on Sundays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Of course, I'm doing some trade shows as well. This weekend, I will be in Orangeville. The following weekend, I'll be in Ancaster on the Sunday, and then I will be just outside of Georgetown, Erin area on the 10th, I think, of July. So there's lots of opportunity to see me in person if you prefer to have a reading. Those are usually 10 or 20-minute readings, so they're a little shorter, but certainly an opportunity to get a reading and get a couple answers if that's what you choose. And of course, you can always book, as I said, a 30 or 60-minute reading if you need some answers, feel like you're kind of at that crossroads and things are a little tough for making some decisions, and you just want a little bit of clarity and you want to know what the right path is for you, then I'm your gal. How's that? All right, everybody. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I look forward to seeing you next week or maybe in person soon. Take care.